What's up, Dragon Ball fans and collectors? The DBZ Collector back again for another figure rundown segment. This time we'll be taking a look at the SH Figuarts Son Gohan Kid era. Now, I did order this particular figure directly from Japan, for all those wondering. The premium Bandai USA release unfortunately was delayed, so we probably won't see those figures being shipped out for another month or so. So right out of the box, we have Kid Gohan in his Namek style haircut, or what is commonly referred to as his bowl cut, with his neutral stern face expression. I'd like to add that with these newer figures, Tamashii is really capturing the details in the faces very nicely, as you can see with the added expression lines underneath the eyes. Now, staying consistent with the rest of the 2.0s, there is no apparent shading on the skin tone, and actually compared to the other figures, they gave him a pretty fair complexion, which reminds me a bit of the original SH Figuarts Super Saiyan Son Gohan, just minus the freckles. The color of the gi is a dark purple, matching the color of the SH Figuarts 2.0 Piccolo along with the solid brown color of the boots. However, the only shading that seems to be apparent on the figure is really just on the belt and the scarf. The design of the figure is pretty much a copy of the SH Figuarts Kid Goku and Krillin, with the addition of the scarf and the belt. As you can see here with the Kid Goku, besides the hair, they are practically the same height. The arms do have a small butterfly joint at the shoulder with a bicep swivel. The torso is also segmented into two different parts with a ball joint and a hinge inside, which allow you to extend the torso up and bend it forward, but not much backwards. The legs are attached by single ball joints, where we have a thigh swivel, but we do also have a knee swivel for added articulation. Now, because Kid Gohan is a much smaller figure, much like the Kid Goku and Kid Krillin, his range of motion or articulation is a bit limited. As far as the accessories go, for this Gohan we have one Namek Saga or bowl cut hairstyle, one Saiyan Saga or long hairstyle, the faces we have one neutral stern face, one scared face, one teeth gritting face, one angry yelling face. For the hands we have two fist hands, two open palm hands, two fighting stance hands, two Dragon Ball holding hands, two gripping hands, and one Dragon Radar holding hand. We were also given two additional accessory pieces, that being the 1-star Namekian Dragon Ball and also the Dragon Radar. As I showed earlier, we were given two different hairstyles, which allows you to use this Gohan for either the Saiyan Saga or Namek Saga. So just to show you how he looks with the long hairstyle, now the nice thing about the long hair piece, much like the Yamcha figure, the bottom part of the long hair piece does have a ball joint which pegs into the upper part of the hair, allowing for a slight articulation. I'll also note that this particular peg system does seem to be a bit sturdier than the Yamcha figure's hair piece, as I know many collectors face the issue of that hair peg breaking. Being a big Gohan fan and the fact that he came with two hair pieces that allowed for varying saga displays, I of course had to have this figure. Tamashii definitely nailed the expressions on this Gohan, however I do wish that they would have included either a smiling or happy face. The skin tones are also fairly light, and the figure could have gone a long way with either a bit of shading or just a darker tone, like that of the Kid Goku or Kid Krillin, since it was mainly just a reuse mold. Now, a lot of collectors have their gripes that in being essentially a body double of the Kid Goku and Kid Krillin figures, that this Kid Gohan was just too tall. But again, the smaller that you make a figure, the less articulation you'll be able to get out of it. So I will say that for this version of Gohan, in comparison with those kid figures from the Dragon Ball series, at least Tamashii did scale the head size down so that it wasn't as big as the body itself. In that aspect, the figure with all its added accessories and features, it's a pretty solid release. And with this being the 4th kid version of a character, this also brings hope that maybe we'll see kid versions of Goten and Trunks down the line as well. Now, before I bring this video to a close, I would like to answer a few questions and requests some of my Instagram followers made about this figure. First off, do the Kid Gohan heads fit on the Kid Goku body? The answer is yes, they do. Since the sculpts and molds are basically the same, the neck pegs are also the same. Now, I will say that you will probably have to work the peg out of the Goku head. Best option would be to let the head rest in warm water to soften the plastic, which should allow you to pry the peg out. After all that is said and done, even though the head will fit the body, the skin tones, however, will not match up. As you can see, the skin tone on the Gohan is a much lighter and paler color than that of the Goku body, so further paint application or shading will be necessary to make this kit bash work. You could also use the Kid Krillin neck peg, which might be a little bit easier to take out. The reason why I used the Kid Goku was because he had the insert for the tail. Next, will the Super Saiyan Teen Gohan head fit on the Kid Gohan body? Unfortunately for this one, it's a no-go. The peg on the head of the Teen Gohan is just way too small to fit with the neck peg of the Kid Gohan. Now, with some modifications, you could probably make it work. However, the same issue will arise as did with the Kid Goku body, and that the skin tones will not match up. Finally, does he pose well with others? Well, here he is with the rest of the Z Warriors. As you can see, he does fit right in. He could be a bit smaller, but again, like I said before, the smaller you make a figure, the less articulation you'll be able to get out of it. Now, I did also have someone ask me how he looks next to the Imagination Works Goku, and since I do actually have that figure, here's Gohan next to him. It does make Gohan look smaller, which is a nice perspective, but doesn't really fit in with this line. So that will conclude the rundown on this Kid Gohan. If there are any topics or extra details you'd like me to include in these rundown segments, let me know and I'll consider putting them in future videos. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to like, comment, and or subscribe. Make sure to turn on all notifications, get updates on all my new posts and videos when they come out. But until then, I'll see you guys next time.